Good evening, everyone.
Welcome. It's Friday night. It's 9 p.m. and we are back here. Yet another live session on
How to ace your career.
So guys, I'm Nuthan. I'm a career and a life coach, and I coach mid-age people, which means people with 12 to 15 plus years of experience. When they get stuck in their career or when they are going through a stagnation, that is where they reach out to me and I coach them. And
yes, I'm Dheeraj. I'm a life coach, I'm a career coach, and a business coach. So let's start with today's session. This is a very amazing session. And I would like to session with one line which my mentor Tony Robbins says is that today, I want you to write on all of you. Today, life is not only about working. Today, life is not only about working, rather life is about networking. And that is what we're going to talk about, the power of networking, building meaningful relationship for your career growth.
So if you're not networking, dear friends, you're stagnating in your career.
Yep.
It may either happen today or it may happen tomorrow, but it is definitely happening in your career. So you cannot miss this. In today's competitive job market, networking has become an indispensable tool for advancing your career and unlocking new opportunities.
Absolutely right.
Let me tell you, there are so many clients of mine, and I'll go through details when I'm sharing those points, who have benefited from this tool which I've shared with them in their personal life coaching sessions. And all these things I'm going to reveal in tonight's session.
Absolutely.
So why is networking important towards your professional success?
To start with, number one point, networking helps you to expand your horizon, which means networking allows you to connect with professionals from diverse industries, backgrounds, and experiences. This broadens your perspective and opens doors to fields you might not have even considered before.
So I can definitely vouch for this because there are so many things which are coming up and not all of us are updated on what's happening in the industry,
yes,
which you're working, or probably in a different industry, but you can use your skill sets to really work in that industry and you can really grow there professionally.
Yes.
How can you know this? It's only when you're networking with different people in different industries. So it's really very crucial if you want to expand. The second is, of course, accessing hidden opportunities.
Yes.
What does this mean? Now, many of us have used the traditional way of LinkedIn, where you go and look into jobs, you apply for the jobs, and many a times you're waiting. The call has not come. Or your CV has not been recognized by the AI tool because the keywords are missing. And that's why you're wondering that you're really fit for the job, but you didn't get it. There are other cases where job was posted, but it was just posted for the sake of formality because there are certain requirements of the organization that you have to open up a position. But the position actually gets filled through references.
Yes.
And these are these hidden opportunities which I'm talking about. Many job openings and career advancement options are not publicly advertised. You will not see them on Naukri.com, Monster.com. You will not see them on LinkedIn. But if I am needing someone and I know someone, I will say that this person is really good. Let him get the opportunity.
Absolutely correct. In fact, let me give you the 4 ways where today people are being hired. So whenever there is a requirement, the first way that people get hired is internal position. In the company itself, they find the person. If not, then they go for references. And this references happens through your networking. After references, they do go for all the social sites. And then they go to the recruiter. So if you want to get that second opportunity, if you are an outsider, then you need to be having a reference of a person. And you can only get a reference when you have networked with that person and that person personally knows you and he gives you a reference. So the third is building meaningful relationship, which means genuine networking is about fostering authentic relationship. It's just not about collecting those business cards, building a network of supportive and like-minded individuals. And they can offer you invaluable advice and encouragement.
So I remember, not now, but we were in a portfolio management business.
Yes.
And there was one person who kept insisting that, you should attend this. I will not name the organization, but it's really very great. And people come there together and huge networking happens and blah, blah, blah. We kept saying a no till one point day we couldn't say a no. And we went and attended that event. That event, people did only one thing. They just collected business cards because that was the only time they get for networking, and they go back home. Now imagine if one person has collected 150 business cards. Those 150 people, not even one person will know you. And when after 2 days you call him up and you say, I'm so and so and I met you here, he's not going to recognize you.
Yes.
So networking is not about business cards. Networking is if you've been in that event, even if you meet 2 people, but you have built a relation, it's worth it.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, there's something beautiful that we have been doing in LinkedIn. We have been asking people who are really experienced, have achieved professional success. We invite them to the LinkedIn platform. And one of them has been a mentor for us for LinkedIn. He on his own offered me an option that his wife is working in such and such position. The students will really benefit from him. Would you like to go there
Absolutely.
and as a speaker and deliver a speech? This is what starts happening when you build meaningful relationships. So it's very, very crucial that you just don't go there to pick up a card, but you go there to make even one relationship. It's really worth it. Fourth, of course, the fourth point is professional development. When you interact with professionals who have excelled in their field, they can inspire you to strive for excellence and continuous improvement in your career. I will again relate back to this mentor series, which we are doing when we invite people who are experts in their field. And I particularly ask them for their function on how they diversified or how they grew. And the tips that they give, they're so helpful for my clients.
Yep.
Believe me, if you're interacting and making this connection, it's going to help you so much.
The fifth is showcasing your expertise. Networking platforms such as LinkedIn offer a space to showcase your achievements, skills, and projects. This visibility can attract the attention of the potential employer and collaborators.
And like we have, this is the time when we got into LinkedIn, the consistency that we showed. Today, there are so many inquiries, clients coming, reaching out to us directly, asking whether we'll coach them, whether we have this program, whether we can help them for this particular challenge in their career. So that is what happens when you put up your expertise on a platform like LinkedIn.
Yes.
It's a very, very beneficial platform where you can definitely grow, whether you're into business or you are looking for an opportunity from an employer, from the industry that you would love to work with.
Yes.
6 is the most beautiful advantage. Would you like to share?
That's global reach. What else more you want? With the advent of digital networking, you can connect with professionals across the world, breaking geographical barriers and expanding your reach. You know, today for us, we have clients from 8 countries where we are sitting in this room and this coaching people. US, Canada, Australia, Singapore, Dubai, Japan, France, London, right?
Yes.
These 8 places. Now, and of course, clients across the country also.
Absolutely.
What else do you want? Global reach. The 7th is my favorite. I love this. And I have always believed this. Reciprocal support, which means networking is a two-way street. You just can't go there to receive. You have to go there to give. So my belief is give 10 times, you will receive 1 time. Give 10 times, you'll receive 1 time. So how much can you add value? What else support can you offer? What else assistance can you do? What can be your value? Like, for example, these complimentary sessions that we are doing. You know, we are trying to add the 2 posts that we are putting every day. We are adding more and more. We are giving so much that we are getting that much that we want. So the idea, so let me finish.
Yes.
Human being has 2 particular emotions. One is the emotion of feeling obligated. So which means 10 times when you do something for a person, adding value to that person whom you wanted to be connected by giving him information, whatever that he wants, by default as a human, you will see that person feeling obliged to do something for you. And that's how he reciprocates. And he says, no, boss, you've done something for me, so much for me. Let me at least refer you. In my company, there is an opening come. I would like to refer you. Can you give me your CV?
So it is a beautiful thing when you're looking there for networking. First thing, what is that you can offer to this person rather than going there to receive?
So if you want them to reciprocate, first give.
Then, of course, access to resources. Your network can be a valuable source of resources such as mentorship, educational opportunities, industry insights. Again, going back to that session which we are having. So, the best of people, you just write to them. If you're communicating it in the right way, people agree.
Yes.
And there are so many people who've just come here and shared selflessly. So there are people here who are wanting to share.
Very true.
It's about you taking that effort and reaching out to them.
Next, 9th one, career growth and advancement. Networking can lead to reference, as I just shared, recommendations and introduction to influential individuals who can fast track your career growth.
So, one of my clients, she really does this on her own. Anyone reaches out to her for reference, she's the first one who's going to share all the information possible and suggest your name. I'm sure there are many more like this who
Absolutely.
would love to do this. Also, there are so many organizations today who have this referral program in their company.
Yes.
So if they know someone, they definitely want to give that support to those people because their value increases in the organization.
Yeah, in fact, there are some people who've been given points
Absolutely.
and rewards to refer people. That's what they are. So that's the power of reference. So if someone you're networking and you build that rapport and that relation, you've given now that guy is obliged, now he's going to reciprocate by referring you to the company. And that's how you will get a breakthrough.
And of course, the most important thing, learning from others.
Yes.
When you join these kind of live sessions or we are joining some other sessions, we engage with people who are diverse and we learn from each other's experiences. And these valuable insights really help you to accelerate your trajectory of your career. So believe me, the best way of learning is learning from other people's experience.
Absolutely.
And really, really thanks to this digital world that has become so damn easy today.
So all these people have taken 30 years to reach where they are. And success leaves clues. So if I'm able to learn from these people, probably I'll take 10 years to be there or 15 years instead of 30 years. So now we shared with you,
So, for us, like we also have someone whom we follow, right? And that is how we have learned so much.
Absolutely.
Probably what we could learn and deliver in just 1 decade in life coaching, if all these resources were not reachable, if we wouldn't have reached out to Tony Robbins, probably today we wouldn't be doing so well in our coaching business. So we all have such people whom we can reach out and seek help.
Yes.
Don't wait, reach out, invest in yourself, reach out to that expert in the domain that you need knowledge from.
Yes.
And work towards gaining knowledge.
So now we give you 10 tips why networking is important. Now let's give you something much more important. The next question I'm sure all of you will be having, how do I improve my networking skills? And that's what we are going to talk to you, some practical steps that you can take to enhance your networking skills.
So while we are telling you how do you improve your networking skill, I would love to hear from you the above 10 points. Anyone has experienced something of this as a help from the platform that you're connected today with us, that's LinkedIn? Did you learn from someone? Did you get a recommendation? Did you get a job from LinkedIn by putting in your expertise? What is the way it has helped you to build your career? And here are some practical steps. Step number 1, it's very, very important whenever you're doing an activity.
Yes.
What are you doing it for? So defining very clear-cut goals when you're going out there to network is very important because that decides how you're going to reach out, what is going to be the message, what is going to be your intent, what is going to be the response. All starts from that one thing, which is clear, specific goals. What could be these goals when you have to network? First, are you looking for job opportunities? Second, are you seeking a mentor? Third, are you wanting to expand the knowledge of your industry? Do you want to know what's happening in the competitors?
Yes.
All this are different goals that can be accomplished through one activity, which is called as networking. So having clear goals will guide your networking efforts effectively. That's why it's very, very important to first set a clear goal. So all of you who have joined here today, please share what will be the objective for you to network with people. Will it be for looking for job opportunities? Will it be that you're seeking a mentor? Or are you really wanting to go out there and expand your industry knowledge?
Now, the second thing, what you need to do, be genuine and authentic. Approach networking with sincerity. Be yourself. Show your genuine interest in others. and build authentic connections. People always appreciate authenticity, okay? And they are more likely to remember you for it, because we are in a world where we want authenticity, because we live in a world where there is a fear, insecurity. And that's why no need to be fake, no need to impress, no need to be who you are not, because end of the day, when you're going to be in front of an interviewer, he's going to come to know. So be genuine, be authentic, and that's how you will get that opportunity in the networking world.
The third and the most important point here, listen and ask questions.
Yes.
You can only network when you're interested in this conversation, right? And conversation means active listening. We end up reaching a person and I am doing the talking. How will I learn? So actively listening to others during the conversation is very, very crucial. So you've reached out to a person for mentoring, or you've reached out to gather industry knowledge, or you want to gather some kind of know-how of a certification that you want to do. And you found that someone else has done that certification. You can go and reach out to this person and tell him, I would like to know how this course has benefited you. And believe me, people genuinely respond. But for that, you need to ask open-ended questions. You need to show your interest while you're sending them a message. And when you're having a discussion, have engaging discussion, which begins from listening. And then you can tell them what is the support that you're looking at. This building this amazing connections can only happen when you're listening and asking questions. You know, when I started this mentor series, so when I put in the video, it's only of 30 minutes. But my interaction with each and every person has been at least 2 interactions. The first was to tell my purpose, understand whether they would be interested in this and how we can go about it. When they said they were keen, then it was first knowing that person. So every session I've spent around 1.5 hours with that mentor, knowing him. Till I don't know him, how will I know what is that I want to present to my audience?
Absolutely.
This can only happen when I'm genuinely interested in knowing what experience and expertise that person has. What is the specialty that he brings to the table?
True.
What are the skills that he has? That is why active listening and asking open-ended questions is very, very important.
Now, the fourth thing, expand your network strategically. Join professional associations, attend industry events, engage in online networking platforms like LinkedIn. Be selective and intentional about the groups and individuals that you connect with. So you have to have a strategy. It just can't be by default. Okay. So that's the fourth one. The fifth one is offer value. As I said earlier, networking is a two-way street. Find ways to offer value to your connections by sharing knowledge, making introductions, offer value. That's the fifth thing.
So, you know, earlier I know when I would write a post, I would hardly find someone reading it.
Yeah.
And today when I look at my profile, I see 1 lakh impressions.
Absolutely. In a week.
It's commendable, right? It's commendable because there is a lot of efforts which has gone behind the scene. Why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because this is a sure short path. If you're consistent and you're doing this activity regularly, there is no 2 ways that the platform will start supporting you and encouraging you.
Yes.
We kept on adding value. We are receiving response in our polls. We are receiving response from the community. We are receiving response in terms of clients reaching out to us. And today we have been recognized for the support that we are providing on this platform. So it's definitely very, very crucial to offer value.
Then follow up. This is very important. You know, networking events, when you go for a meeting or networking event, follow up with your new contact. You can't just send hi, hello, and then over. No. Constantly, you need to follow up with them. Send personalized emails or messages, expressing your gratitude for the interaction and suggesting further collaboration. So it's like, you know, you need to be in touch with that guy. You can't just say hi or then forget, because there are so many people out there. If I want to be in that person's life, and if I want that person to respond, if I want that person to reciprocate, it's important that I'm there. And that's why follow-up is a must.
So which is how you can really make relationships.
Yes.
So networking is just not about sending a connection request. The connection request is accepted and then it is a lull.
And accepted and immediately you say, I need a job. If you have, please give me a job. It doesn't work like this.
Absolutely.
You need to build that relationship, that meaningful relationship. And you also need to, the 7th point is maintain relationship. Okay, so it is just not about making that initial connection. It's about nurturing long-term relationship. So you need to be in touch with your network through periodic check, ensuring that there is some kind of intake and outtake happening with the relevant content that you're giving, which that person needs, which is important for him, not what you want to give.
Then there's one very crucial thing that you need to develop, and that's an elevator pitch.
Yes.
Now you will say, how does it matter to me? Because that's meant for salespeople. Absolutely correct. Earlier, elevator pitch was only meant for salespeople. Today, that's not the truth.
Yes.
Today, elevator pitch is meant for you to introduce yourself in each and every place, platform, wherever. If you want to speak about yourself, there should be a very concise and compelling elevator pitch that introduces yourself and communicates your unique skills and interests.
Yes.
So whether it's a networking event, whether it is the audience, whether you're attending a seminar, wherever it is, it should be at the tip of your tongue that if someone says, who are you? Instantly, you should be able to give that pitch and people know this is who you are. These are their specialities and interests. I've always found that even when you're writing to a recruiter, if you don't have this concise statement, a recruiter will not reach back to you.
Very true.
That important is practicing a elevator.
The 9th one is attend workshop and seminars. Participate in workshops or seminars on networking and communication skills. Then these can provide valuable insights and practical tips to improve your networking abilities. And last but not the least, be patient. You don't have to have, you'll of course have your initial setback, but till the time you are patient and you're persistent, you're doing something every day, you will see the results.
Now, some people are not really very proactive. They don't like going out there and talking to people, meeting them, connecting on a networking event. They don't want to step out of the house.
Fair enough.
But you still want to network, right? And fortunately today, online networking offers a wealth of opportunities to connect with professionals worldwide, like we are connected today, right? What is required to effectively network in the virtual space? That's something that we are going to share now. The very first thing, if you want to network online, is you need to optimize your LinkedIn profile.
Yes.
You need to optimize your LinkedIn profile. What does it mean? It means creating a professional and engaging LinkedIn profile. When someone comes to your about section, he should look at the summary and say, wow, I want to reach out to this person. That's the kind of compelling story that should be there in your about section. You should have a very clear profile picture representing you. It should be a headshot, not an entire picture, not in a garden or a park with your hair flowing. That's not what is required. A very clear professional photograph.
Yes.
Then highlighting your skills and your achievement, because LinkedIn is the best platform. It's a powerful tool for online networking. I would really like to know from people who have joined us today, has anyone received a job because your LinkedIn profile is really optimum?
Second, join relevant LinkedIn groups. Look for LinkedIn group related to your industry or your interest. Engage in those discussions. You also can share your valuable insight and connect with other group members.
So which means that you also need to share what you have, right? All of you here are having 12 years, 15 years of experience.
Yes.
It's definitely something which you can give to the group. So be a part of the group where you can share and you can receive knowledge. Then, of course, participating in webinars and virtual events like the event that you're attending now.
Yes.
There are so many such events happening free of cost. All you need to do is block your calendar for the event which is relevant to you in the space that you want. And that not only gives you knowledge, it also gives you an opportunity to interact with like-minded people.
Yes.
Because people interested in that topic are only going to come to that webinar.
Absolutely.
It will be such a value add for you.
Next is engage on social media. Okay, you have to be very active. Participate in discussions on Twitter, Facebook, and all other social media platforms. Follow industry leaders and share valuable content to establish yourself as a thoughtful leader. So you need to be engaged. So like I tell my clients that every day invest half an hour on this platform, whichever platform. It can be LinkedIn, or mostly we have been doing on LinkedIn because that's where we all be there, but you need to engage yourself. You can't just be a passive player that you have put your profile and your job is over. No.
You know, there, like, for example, you don't have knowledge, but you've heard an industry leader.
Yes.
You can share his post, his thoughts, his video on your profile. So it's just not about you getting benefited. Your entire connections are getting benefited through that one effort that you've taken. That's how you can add value to your connections. If you put your mind, you can definitely do it. So engaging on social media also can be in that way. Then, of course, contributing to your community. Which are the sites where you can pro bono do some activities? You can provide some advice and insight to new budding people. There are so many youngsters who are coming on the LinkedIn profile, just fresh pass outs. They would be asking questions. If you have offered yourself as a mentor there, they'll be able to reach out to you.
Next, you can also connect with your alumni network. You know, you don't know where they are, but luckily today, the social online platform, there are many people there. So connect to your people who are there, pass out with graduate, your school or university. These connections can really offer valuable career advice and also opportunities.
Then, of course, participating in networking events. So, and in online challenges. Like, for example, when I started sharing knowledge, I started engaging myself in social media platforms, not only in LinkedIn, but also on Facebook.
Yes.
I joined some online challenges, became a part of these groups. And you know what happened? When I was working on my content sharing, when I was learning certain things, and I was seeing that there's no response coming, I was a part of the group, and that group would share what are the challenges they are going through. And you know what would happen? We could immediately connect to each other. That yes, if this is happening with this person, it's happening with me. This is how it works.
True.
There are also chances to collaborate. So I remember one of my clients whom I had suggested this, that there was a beautiful article. I asked her to really write her review. And when she did that, that person on his own reached out and said, can we collaborate together?
Absolutely.
So, you know, the minute you respond, whether it's through a message that you're responding as a comment on the post, or whether you're participating in these online challenges, or whether you're sending, one very beautiful thing is sending thoughtful connection requests. Just don't say, I want to connect to you. I want to connect to your professional network, which is a by default message from LinkedIn. It doesn't really work. What's more important is going through the profile of that person, finding what is really interesting, and then personalizing the message. You will find that the connection requests are much more.
Absolutely. And then, you know, send thoughtful connection request. And also use video conferencing wherever it is required for personal touch. That's very important. Okay. So now some people are not comfortable. They like to see people. Like, I love to see people and talk to people. That gives me a different connect. So try to do that.
And finally, of course, follow up and stay engaged, which means stay connected with your connections. Engage by liking and commenting and sharing their post. That's how you can maintain a long-lasting relationship.
Absolutely right.
So the information that you're gathering, don't keep it to yourself. Share this via your page to your connections. That is how you'll be able to add value to the people who are coming to your page. And that is how they'll come to your page, because there is something that you have to offer.
So to summarize, remember, networking, whether online or in person, is about building a meaningful and mutual beneficial relationship. Approach it with a very positive mindset. Be open to learning and consistently practice your networking skills. Over time, your networking abilities will naturally improve, and your professional network will become a valuable asset in your career journey. Remember, you have to be genuine, show interest in others, and offer value to creating this lasting relationship that can benefit you in career in the long run. So have a happy networking.
Whether it's online or offline, whatever suits you, go ahead and use this tool so that you can advance in your career. I hope this session was helpful. If you feel that this will benefit many others, please share this link to your connections. That is how you can expand the reach of this knowledge to others, and they'll come back to your page thanking you that this was a value add to them.
And the fact is that this is how you can add value to your connections. by sharing this link that, this is something that I learned. I'm sure it can help you. And that's how you can build those meaningful relationships. So thank you very much once again.